Photography can be argued as the art of manipulation, allowing us to tweak what our eyes can see to capture a moment. Today I'm going to show you how to use a fast shutter speed to freeze the action, to improve your photography and get you one step closer to your perfect shot. This is Robert and welcome to another Wilson Snaps video. Today I'm going to talk you through high shutter speed and how you can freeze the action of your photography. Shutter speed is part of the exposure triangle, which also includes ISO and aperture. All three of them work together, but right now we're focusing on the shutter. If you're using a DSLR camera or mirrorless, then I would recommend changing your settings to the speed priority mode. This will make it easier when we're talking about different speeds of the camera, to make it a bit easier when you're getting to grips with these controls. And today we are going to capture some coffee beans. My objective today is to try and get the beans as they are falling from the air captured before they hit the plate, to try and create an action frozen in the moment. Before we get started, I'd recommend you have a tripod or something that's going to help your camera keep still. This will avoid camera shake and make your photos look even more clean. When shooting in normal circumstances, you will usually find your shutter speed to be around the same as your maximum focal length of your lens. So for example, if you're using a 28 to 70mm lens, usually your focal length will be around 70 to 100th of a second. But obviously in this particular one we want it to be a lot faster. But first, let me show you a photo of the coffee beans being put into the plate at 100th of a second. Now as you can hardly see the beans as they are whizzing by because the camera cannot capture them at the right speed. So we have to increase the speed of our shutter. Now remember, when you're increasing the speed of your shutter, you also have to think about the other aspects of your exposure triangle. Because we're using shutter priority, we don't need to worry about it too much, but usually you would have to bump up your ISO and change the aperture a little bit. So for now, let's get this up to 640th of a second. As you can start to see the beans a lot better. They're pretty out of focus, but a wee bit of motion blur can be quite nice sometimes. Finally, let's whip this up to 2500th of a second. And there we go. That is what we're looking for. As you can see, some of the beans are quite sharp. You can even see how they bounce off the plate, and it creates a much more interesting dynamic photograph. Shutter speed is very important when you're trying to capture fast moving objects, and it is very important for sports for that reason, but there is a lot of other uses for it. I hope you found this very brief guide helpful, maybe giving you a bit more idea of why it's important. And until next time, keep snapping. See ya.